സാധിച്ചില്ല. പക്ഷേ നിങ്ങളെല്ലാവരും കാത്തിരിക്കുന്നു അറിഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ഇറങ്ങുന്ന മുമ്പ് നിങ്ങൾ രണ്ട് വാക്ക് പറയാമെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചു. അത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ. വേറെ പ്രസ് കോൺഫറൻസും ചോദ്യങ്ങളൊന്നുമില്ല. As you know, I issued a statement upon hearing the news of the Delhi police decision to file an FIR against unknown persons for a case of murder in relation to the tragic demise of my wife Sunanda just under a year ago. I was completely taken aback because none of us in the family had any reason to believe that any foul play would have been involved in her passing. Everyone loved her deeply. There's no question of anyone having access to her, having any reason to do her any harm. But obviously I pledge full cooperation with the police, as I've done throughout the year, my staff and I, in order to help them establish the facts and to get to the bottom of this. I know that all of you have been going to town for the last few days with a lot of stories alleging that my silence is sinister. But I've been silent not only for these 4 days. On this issue, I've been silent the whole year. And the reason I've been silent the whole year is very simple. It should be obvious to you that when there is a police inquiry going on, it is my duty to not undermine or compromise their inquiry in any way through anything I would say in public. Because public discussion of matters which are meant to be in the police realm is actually an insult to police procedure, which I respect. And so I have been the one who has, despite many, many things that have been very provocative that I wanted to say, I've been very, very silent on this issue, saying let the police do their work. And I want to stress that that is going to remain my position. I'm not here to engage in public debates for the sake of TRPs. That is not my interest. My interest as a bereaved husband is to find out what happened in the view of the police to my wife, why it happened, on what basis they have come to this conclusion, and of course anything that I can do and my staff and Sunanda's staff can do to help them to solve this issue, we will do. Nonetheless, I have been obviously very troubled by this conclusion because it was so surprising, and I had a number of questions in my mind, a number of concerns about the way in which the investigation or the inquiry appears to have been conducted so far, and I've therefore written at some length to the police commissioner yesterday in detail raising these issues, which I hope will engage his personal attention and will be discussed with his investigating officers, because I think it's very important that a matter like this, which has become an object of so much public attention and so much, in my view, unnecessary public controversy based for the most part on misinformation, distortion, and even sometimes outright lies, I think it's very important that this be done professionally, without any political pressure or political considerations, without any predetermined outcome. There should be a fair inquiry. You may remember that within days of my wife's death, I wrote to the Home Minister requesting a speedy, fair, impartial and thorough inquiry into her demise. Speedy it has not been. We all know we've had to wait for a year to come up with this FIR, and certainly we would like to see that the matters proceed in a way that gives us closure on Sunanda's sad demise, and justice for all, starting with her and for her family members and for myself as the husband who suffered. I've lost my wife and I've not been allowed to mourn in peace for more than a year. I've gone through a great deal, and that's in many reasons why I'm here. I had actually come here a few months ago, unable to stay all right, and it was when I came for a very brief visit here that they said you must come for a minimum of 2 weeks, because that is the necessary course to undergo for Ayurvedic treatment, and therefore I've come for 2 weeks. My 2 weeks comes to an end today. So as scheduled, I came. As scheduled, I'm leaving. This was development, has nothing to do with one or the other. But since I couldn't see you and you were waiting, I thought I would just tell you this. I stand by my statement. That's all I'm going to say. I have obviously said more to the police in my detailed letter to the police commissioner. It's very much up to him what he decides to do with that. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to engage in public polemics on what is still a very, very painful personal tragedy. and what is at the same time, I hope, a professional police investigation. I'll cooperate with that. I've already asked the police commissioner, saying that I'm looking forward to an early opportunity to address the questions that his people may have. And in the meantime, I would respect the media to have some heart for the surviving family members. Some of the things that I have seen and heard in the press have been truly painful, apart from being false. And I think that really, at some point, some human decency must also apply when you're covering something as tragic as the loss of a loved one. With those words, I wish you all very well in this wonderful temple town of Gurayur. Thank you very much. Namaskaram.